Hey, this is Detronus here, going over some Barbarian patch 2.1.2 Raekor set changes. So, let's go ahead and start talking about what has been changed in this set, and this is the first one. There's been a skill rune redesign, and it's called Dreadnought, and now it grants Furious Charge 2 charges. And the reason why that's significant is because if you remember, there it is. Legacy of the Raekor set, the 4-piece set bonus now gives you the effect of every rune. And this was here, but it was actually as the 5-piece set bonus before patch 2.1.2. So now your Furious Charge has 2 charges. 2 Furious Charge charges. Yes. And so this helps with downtime. If you remember in the past, it was kind of annoying that you would have to, if you missed a couple mobs, your cooldown of Furious Charge wouldn't reset, and you'd be stuck there, not really doing much damage. This helps it a little bit. It doesn't fix the problem. You're still going to run into it even with 2 charges, but it does help. Furious Charge, this Raekor set, is still lackluster on single target, but it is now beastly because of this 5-piece set bonus. This will wreck the junk out of trash mobs and elites. Enemies hit by Furious Charge take 3000% weapon damage over 3 seconds. Now, this dot cannot crit, and so your critical hit chance and damage will be calculated into its damage. So those stats are still important, as always, since the launch of Vanilla. The golden stats are still important for this, but your Furious Charge is whopping people really hard now, so it's really nice. So let's go ahead and one other thing that's affecting the Raekor set is life on hit and life regeneration has been increased, which is nice. Base life for level 70 characters have been increased, healing orbs have been reduced, but also you have this ancient items. What are ancient items, Detronus? Well, ancient items are more powerful versions of legendary items. At BlizzCon they said it was about 30% stronger versions of the legendary items. And anything, legendary or set items, even if they're crafted or they're dropped or bought from Kadala, they all have a chance to be ancient versions, and I'll show you some of that. And they basically just have increased value ranges for certain affixes, not for everything. You won't get 20% critical hit chance or anything like that. It's mainly for certain main stats that don't change up gameplay too much, but they do help over time. So it's just another tier of power. So let's go ahead and go over to some gameplay so I don't bore you with these patch notes. Although I love patch notes. Alright, we're in the game. Quickly I'll show you my gear. Vile Ward helps with that Furious Charge damage. Raekor wraps, yada yada. Raekor's Heart, Leoric's Crown to get my cooldown reduction higher. Amulet, basic stats. Strong Arm Bracers, you want the knockback to do a little bit more damage, and you need some fire skill damage in there with some crit and main stat. Royal Ring of Grandeur, so I can get that new set piece bonus. Stone Ring of Jordan, Pride of Castius, just to help me out. I was doing Greater Rifts like 37 earlier with a friend, and I was getting whooped by Fire Chain, so I thought I'd play a little bit more defensively. Got Pride of Castius in coordination with Ignore Bane, so I have a real low downtime. I can have that up most often. Raekor set pants, feet, and I got this the other day. I kind of screwed it up. I shouldn't have changed the attack speed to damage. I should have just changed the resource cost to cooldown reduction. But needless to say, there's my gear. That's my gear. This is to help with single target damage, because single target damage is still pretty difficult. Same with the Boon of Kathos. That's why I have the Wrath of the Berserker. Helps me with that single target damage. Just pop it whenever I get into a fight that might take long and there's not many mobs around. This is good for trash, not really single target damage, because I have Hammer the Ancients to keep my DPS up when you're waiting for Furious Charge charges on bosses and Greater Rift bosses and stuff like that. And you'll be expelling that Fury, so this isn't that good against single target. You might want to swap this out if you're doing a Greater Rift. Superstition, just to take less damage. Battle Rage, more damage. Warcry, less damage. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get into a Rift. A T6 Rift. Bada bing. Now, one quick note. You could, and I've tried this out. I've been trying different ways. You could do a, 5-piece Raekor set with an Immortal King set. So you can get the Ancients. Now, you're gonna suffer because you won't have this, and you won't have this. So you'll be doing less charge damage, but you won't have 3 Barbarians up. And if you're doing good damage as it is, this setup allows me to do pretty good damage. I'm getting 200 million crits as it is, but you'll have that downtime on single target, and your Call of the Ancients will help on single target DPS, because as of right now with this gear, my Call of the Ancients are doing like 17, 18 million crits, 22 million crits, but they don't always crit, so it's kind of nice. So you can try that out. I've been testing either one. I don't really give a recommendation as one way or the other, but let's go ahead into a rift. So here we go. First, boom, boom, bop. Oh, lag. Oh. First lag. Dead. So back in the olden days, you'd only have 1 charge for Furious Charge, and the animation was sluggish and slow and blocky. You do a swing at the end of it, but not so anymore. You see, everything is so fluid and smooth. The animation is sped up. There's more mob density in rifts now, so you can glide along the paths a little easier and get more Fury too. See how you get full Fury really easily? It's like 1 charge pretty much. You get full Fury, which means you're doing 25% more damage, over 1 million. So whenever you get into a big group like this, if you're seeing like fire chains affixes, stuff that does a lot of damage, you want to pop your Ironhide first. At least that's what I do. Because fire chains, not really in Torment 6 if your resistances are fine, but in Greater Rift 30 and beyond, mother junk, that stuff hurts. That stuff is painful. So pretty much, I don't really mess around too much with these mobs. They're basically my railway on a roller coaster, man. I am going towards Legendary Town. Oh, here we go. Always keep some Nemesis bracers around. Get that Empower Shrine. Oh man, got pretty low there. You might get hurt if you try to weapon swap because you're just sitting there. So what's great about this? Another change with the Furious Charge set, with this Raekor set, is you freeze enemies. I mean, I'm doing so much damage right now. You see that? You freeze enemies, they're just sitting there helplessly. They can't do much. Unfortunately, fire chains and their affixes still proc, which is really stupid if you ask me. But, I mean, it just wrecks stuff. I mean, this is Torment 6. You're seeing 60 mil crits, 100 mil crits if there's big packs. And you're getting 100 mil, 200 mil crits, it's because of this. You're hitting more enemies as you're charging. So, I'm already halfway through my bar. I could be testing this out on Greater Rift, but oh, look, fire chains. Pop that Ironhide, but man, you just wreck them. Screw that. Screw your fire chains, bro. Alright, so what we got going on here? Almost done. What's helping me out too? Actually, I haven't been using it. Act as if this Empowered isn't here. What does it do? Anyways, increased my cooldown reduction's lower, but I'm not really using my... I mean, you haven't popped it once, my Wrath of the Berserker. I'm doing almost 160 million damage a hit if there's a lot of enemies without it, so don't really need it. But here, pop it right there, because I got low, because I'm weapon swapping. Wrist swapping. Whatever. Whatever you want to call it, friends. You're my friends. Man, I love how the freaking Berserker guy looks, don't you? So much better than the Faticon. It's like a sumo wrestler. I'm supposed to be threatened by a sumo wrestler in plate armor? Come on, man. You can't catch me. I'm Furious Charging all over this freaking place. So this is a pretty quick, oh, let's pop, got a lot of enemies like this. Got some yellows. There's 3 packs here and a Rift Boss. But where's the Rift Boss at? Can't see him. Everything's just melting, really. But this is where it starts slowing down, friends. See my charges? Oh, because there was a mob there, I got more charges. But, oh, it's so slow. Why? I mean, he has almost 4 billion health. I mean, it's going down fast, you know, I'm doing a lot of damage. See those ticks? 25 million ticks. Now he's making me even slower. He is anti-Furious Charge, putting me in that little dome. Get down! Alright, so there you go. A T6 run, and how long was that? Not that long, right? Use my Wrath of Berserker. I think that was twice now. For big pulls, I'll just go ahead and run around here a little bit more. Let's see if there's any more. Ooh, pop my Wrath of Berserker. Man, look at that. Dead. They can't stand it. They can't stand with me. So, the Raekor set is really nice. You know, I think one of the biggest... I got this furnace right around... I mean, I got it the first day this patch 2.1.2 came out. Unfortunately, it was not ancient. Dadgummit, that would have been so pro. In fact, I'll show you what an ancient weapon looks like right now if you haven't seen one. I have found an ancient Maximus the same day, and I also found a witching hour the same day. That wasn't ancient though either, so shoot. But I'm glad I got it. I shouldn't be complaining. I'm grateful to the Diablo random loot generator. I don't know who I would show gratitude for that. God, thank you. Yes, I will show you an ancient item. But the reason I brought up the furnace is just to say that most likely a lot of this damage is coming from that furnace. Because, I mean, look at that. Dude, nothing. This is T6. This is T6. Oh, Invoker. I think that's the Invoker shoulders. Thorn's damage can't stand up to this, friends. I mean, look at that. This is probably the most fun, trash, just T6 build I've ever played. Because, I mean, it's just pure speed until you get to a boss, and it kind of slows down. But even that was kind of fast. It's just pure speed, pure power, and you're freezing stuff. See, I don't really need this Ignore Pain, but it helps with those fire chains because you're dancing right on top of them. This set has a very huge handicap to fire chains in greater refs. You really, at that point in time, you're better off with the monk. Their Wave of Light skill is off the hook, I hear, doing 1 billion damage, and you don't have to be on top of the enemy to do it, unlike Barbarians do. Barbarians are really the only class in this game that you need to be on top of the affixes to do damage to them. It's kind of sad to do great damage to them. But let's go ahead and just get out of here. I'm not finding any more rares. Oh crap, spider, don't hit you. Don't you hit me. Please don't. Ah! Okay. Alright, let's go. No, please don't do it. Why me? Yeah! Alright. Alright. So, here's an ancient weapon. Man, look at my stash. It's just jacked up. Alright, Maximus. Alright, just a second. Yeah, just a second. That's my daughter. So right here, Maximus got that 20% more damage. Nice. Look at that strength. It's 100 away from, I'm basically got in the middle. A little above the 100 minimum, 100 below the maximum. I could put a gift. I think I got a gift. I found 2 gifts since yesterday. I wonder if that counts as the rarest items drop increasing. Like I showed you on the patch notes. I don't know. But I could put a gift on this. I'm not sure if it'll outbeat the furnace because 48% increased elite damage. The trash mobs aren't really a problem. It's the elites that you want to get down fast. But look at that DPS. It's a lot higher in DPS, isn't it? About close to 770. But yeah. So there's my Barbarian Raekor set update. As you saw, it's very nice. If you guys care, I will do a Raekor IK set, because you could just swap them off here. Let me see. Should I? Yeah, I got so much crap in here. I'm not even gonna try. I could switch Immortal Kings and stuff like that out, get the 4-piece, call the Ancients out. But like I said, you're losing a slot on your bar, of course, to something else, because you'd have to have your Call the Ancients, right? Council Rises, but you could also, if you have the Enforcer legendary gem, you could also pop this on if you're taking a lot of damage, and they increase the health of the pets. And these guys are pets. I'm sorry guys. You look like humanoids, but you're pets. And they increase their health, so they're more durable. And with the Enforcer gem, I don't think I have an Enforcer gem in my inventory somewhere. I know it's on my Demon Hunter. It decreases the damage pets take by 25%. And so this rune could be pretty viable, and that would reduce incoming damage by 50%, and that would help with fire chains. you know, but you'd have to take this off, put the IK belt, so you wouldn't have Ironhide uptime like that. You would lose some cooldown reduction because you have to take Leoric's crown off and maybe put a Raekor hat or an IK helm, and you would lose those 200 million damage crits and stuff like that because this would go. But again, you don't really need that much damage for trash, right? I mean, for elites, it's fine in T6 and stuff like that, but what slows you down so much is those Rift Guardians. And the IK Guardians, the Coda, Call the Ancients, really help with the Rift Guardians. And of course, if you want the extra damage, because we are stacking cooldown reduction, you could just take this, just take it anyways. Put the Fire Rune on if you need that extra single target damage and you don't need Pride of Cassius and stuff like that. You could put on something else like this Hellcat Waist Guard. Get a lot of that. I found a Witching Hour the other day. Oh, that's not it. That's a level 61. I found a Witching Hour the other day. Real sad the critical hit damage roll went pretty low. I'm sad it wasn't an Ancient, but again, I can't complain, I guess, too much. I could simply just re-roll the critical damage higher, or I could just re-roll his strength and share this between my classes. I don't know what I'm going to do, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let's pop some, let's try to get a better Vile Shoulders, shall we? No! No! Ah! I mean, that's pretty nice. I mean, look at those rolls. Man, that's the perfect Spires of the Earth Shoulders, isn't it? Top rolls and everything, except you want to get rid of the resistance, perhaps, and put down cooldown reduction. But that's for another video at another time. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. Bye. Enjoy, friends.